Good morning. It is now 10:36 Eastern Time, and this is your girl JASKC1. So I'm coming to you today because I think I said maybe on last week or 2 weeks ago that I was going to start a channel like a talk show. And so today we come to chit chat. Ooh. So today's topic on Talk About It Thursday um, is basically relationships. Um, a lot of you know, a lot of you don't know my struggle. Um, Last year, um, my ex of almost 2 years walked out on me and my, at that time, 9-year-old daughter. Um, and it was the hardest thing for me. It was like when he left, he took everything with him. Um, and we always say as women that it's not the other woman's fault or the other girl's fault, but clearly when you stand by somebody and this is what I don't like. If well, as you know now, I'm engaged. I'm getting married this year, in October, and then I'm having my big ceremony next year in October. So I'm having just a simple marriage license thing, getting married, boom, we're done. And then we'll have a big ceremony with all our family next October. So with that being said, I blame the other woman because you knew about me. You was ignorant to the situation. If someone comes to tell me anything, any other woman comes to tell me about my husband, I'm going to question it a little bit further. If they're giving me specific details about me, as far as like my hours of work or anything like that, I'm going to start having concerns. Um, and she didn't, and she doesn't. So, I would just be more of a woman with the situation. But that's not always the case. If the lady or the girl, whoever, doesn't know about you, then she's kind of playing dumb too. But if we're having a straight moment where there's a 5% chance or even a 1% chance that he may go back to the first, then you need to exit yourself. So, I say enough. He came to remove his washer and dryer. He blew the light. He blew the light that left the refrigerator out. Anything I had in there spoiled. That left any light that I needed out. So I was basically going through the storm where, I would have power. I would have power in the day. I would go somewhere else to use power, but I have lights in the day, and when the dark fell, I would be in the dark. Um, and this went on about 2 months that I stayed in the dark. The whole thing I think started around like February, March. I had about the leasing company took $250 from me, and they still made me get rid of my dog. But because he was so far gone, he didn't want to look for the money order, and I had to get rid of my dog. One week, got rid of my dog. The next week, he left, and it was just like added. My heart was broken from losing my dog because I really loved that dog like he was my son, and then my heart was just destroyed when he left. So it took me a long time to recover. The good thing about it is my fiance came along and he kind of took my mind off that. Now it's not always peaches and cream, but it's mine. It's something I didn't have to ask for. It came to me. It always comes to me. So when it came back to me this time, I wasn't really interested in a relationship, but my fiance was, and it started like a dream. Like, I'm really talking to you. I really done found you. Blah 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 whoop whoop. And then it went from, you know what? Let's stop playing. We've been doing this so long. Let's get married. if I have a friend now that has been out of a relationship for a while, but well, she's been out of her marriage for a while, but she's been in several relationships. And me and my fiance, we fight, we cuss, I get mad at him, I won't speak to him for a while. But for something, just just because of love, we get back together, and it's like nothing never happened. It's just something we have. She wants that too, but I learned a valuable lesson. Something I said on my Facebook page. You can never blame somebody for their if they have God, if they know God, they won't be as ignorant as to the fact. My ex, he was just ignorant, ratchet. He didn't give no. And but what I on the flip side, what I like what happened to my ex is, and this is only because it's how God works. And everybody always talking about, ooh, like some people say we run away from God. He lost his job. She lost her job. She got another job. He got another job eventually. She was cheating on my ex from day one. Um, anytime a woman tells you, when you go to work, my other nigga be here anyway. Then you have like, whoa. Now if that had been me in my ex shoes, I would have left her. She would have went to work. I would have been like, hi. When she left, I would have packed up my stuff and left. But I don't talk to my ex anymore. That was a mistake I was making. We were still having friends with benefits days. She would go to work. He would come get me. We would spend half the day together till it was time for him to go back and get her. He just took me to work. He has picked me up. He has left his job, came get me. All this while he was with her, he has come spend the night with me. So, and when I see that, I can understand where some women come from. When you see a new woman, you see her going through some things, you be like, wow, I went through that same stuff. I know now what men are capable of. Even if I didn't have my fiance, there's no way I could go back to my last ex, and that's my last ex. So I wouldn't know ever. Um, don't allow yourself to get so caught up that you forget about you and what the damn devil you need to do. Uh, if you don't, and I know it's hard for me, but if you get up every day and you go to the library and you spend an hour to the library and he's at home, he has to hold that to himself, do things different. And let's say you're never supposed to carry one relationship to another one. I always do that because I always try, if one ex tells me, well, you didn't do this enough, I'm like, okay. And I try to change it for the next guy. But for my fiance, when I told him just point blank, look, I don't like to cook. I know how to cook, but I'm a Southern girl, and we can eat leftovers for a whole week and be happy. And my ex didn't do that. My ex didn't like to eat leftovers. He wanted a new meal every day, and I don't do that. So when I told my fiance that, he was like, "Don't worry about it. I'll cook." I was like, "What? Well, you don't like to do laundry. We can do the laundry together. That way you won't be doing it by yourself." So relationships are all about compromise. And it's hard for women to compromise with their man, but to make it a little more peaceful in your house, you have to compromise. Um, I am going to start having these segments every day, if not possibly every other day. But I want to do it. I hope you enjoyed the segment. And like I said, today was about relationships. If you have any questions, concerns, I'm going to be addressing everything else later on this week. Tomorrow is going to be part two of relationships, but we're going to talk about how to stay together in a relationship, even when you think it's not working, and how to build your communication. That'll all be tomorrow on Friday, and you all are able to enjoy this segment now. Bye bye.